In March 2025, Australia took delivery of its first two HIMARS. Today we're going to answer some important questions like how many have been purchased, where will they be kept, cost and delivery dates. Let's look into this today on Global Military News. Back in January 2022, the Australian government purchased 42 HIMARS for the Australian Army. This purchase was part of Land Phase 400. Originally the order was going to be for 20, but before the deal was made, the Australian government decided to add another 22, bringing the full order to 42. Australia has spent $1.6 billion for this deal. This is one of the biggest artillery purchases made by the Australian government for a long time. As I mentioned at the start of the video, Australia has taken delivery of its first two HIMARS in March 2025. The two vehicles have been handed over to the 10th Fighters Brigade in Adelaide, which means the Australian Army will be keeping its HIMARS at the RAF base Edinburgh, where the additional 40 to come will be stationed. The Australian government is expecting a full fleet by 2028. The next delivery has not been made public yet, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any announcements. The timing works really good for Australia with Taliban Sabre in July, where Australia can get some first-hand experience with the equipment with other nations that also operate the HIMARS. One of the most important things to look at first is what is a HIMARS. A HIMARS stands for High Mobility Artillery Rocket System. Mobile artillery like this is an amazing capability for an army to have. This gives a force the power to provide artillery support and easily leave the area before a hostile force can hit back. The Australian Defence Force will be using the HIMARS as part of Australia's National Missile Defence System. In 2025, the Australian National Defence System is a combined network of equipment from the Royal Australian Air Force, Royal Australian Navy and the Australian Army. The equipment used are the Hobart-class destroyers with their Tomahawk missiles, the RAF's F-35As, and now the Australian Army's HIMARS. Now, of course, this is not its only purpose. At the end of the day, it's another piece of artillery to support Australia and Allied forces on the ground with accurate artillery. What are your thoughts on today's videos? Let us know in the comments or follow Global Military News on other social media platforms to join our growing community.